Chinsa Ikomi emesana ya mangana maya ritukoneri ya Jumaine tariki 5 katatu mwaka wa 2022 ngokore na semesite ya mangana maya ndende kumanyi na raya tosangi uri akete kaboniga kurujingo ngo inyecenze moja ili anyibo songa mahona sukusu no kubori kwane obe amonanche go ikomo inyona ritukorera basufati bago serekea gusibago chengere nsengima ritukoria aburi basufati gusirima yakante na Women International Day igotukuganeria abasufati bonse maya na ritukubarigania samangana itamaya ya Chinsa Ikomi nento go ikomo na inumwensi kabamo nento ikomo elio titariane Brighton Makori oyo rasense meli umuntu bibanyirerio nigakorwa Joshua Auta esto go jakira mangana korwa sense Jali no nyenseke go chengera litukuria basubati ase ensengima ni gobono familia ya mose ya mate ya mukorwa sensemo ya Bonjali county ya Kisii birero bali magega yo mwana obo omunyaruka oyu osirete koru sensemo goseka nyome tukuru sensemo ya Mariba ni gobono ya mate weso kina bateabu no mwana oyo obo ni gasirete go ikabona taramaikana ase ali baburia serikali kubeke meroberi gusiko bakonya konyora umusubati oyo asachete korengana teparamanya kwikabono asachete kuja kuruji tariki 12 mutinyu kabere umwaka oyoiga amateini gobonero mu cyano asibono baburia serikali wesona nigatina kubakonya konyora umwana obo usumunyarukoyi gutuka Estori yuso mwana ingo gocherora senje bukirano kyekoraga ense yamo ya bono maragoba karto gusko jibosyo ni golero mogumele bwe county ya Kisii chane tungira gakora abasubati gocengera litukerio ase county ya Kisii anene ekararigania abasubati bali no barema asaba omoyo na kubasegeta buna na barabu banyari bagutora gosemereka rwanda kumenya sense yito ya Kenya gosasorgongo rogusimo subati oyo ni gobono ateberuna igauchikoendera gosira abasubati anene asorgongo rogusi
International Women's Day. Na hii siku leo ni siku inatuambia tufanye gender equality for a sustainable tomorrow. Maana ya hiyo ni kwamba sisi kina mama tupatiwe nafasi yetu ili kesho tupate maendeleo inadumu na inaweza kufanya communities zetu sipate nafasi zao kwa development. Na kwa hivyo tukaona ni vizuri tusherekee na dada zetu, mama zetu wale wako physically challenged. Mimi sitaki kusema ni walemavu kwa sababu kuna wengi hapa kina mama ingawa wako na disability wamefanya maajabu.
Ayuka genderete nigo bona basubati na barwanyarira bagosegeto gwesona ni azobonjereri aho gosebya sara imeyensi to ya Kenya anina sorgongo rwagusiko se county ya Kisii umusubati omonjereri ase county ya Kisii magadaniri mwebi oyo manyekante na St Jude nigo bono asegeta basubati kibago chingera litukoria abo ensengima banyarira bagwesona ni asebya sara kurendete baikaransa na kuganya gusina basaje kubarete indagera nigo bona basegetire nero byagwesokia na gososo bonjereri aho
Samaria tankoro kumagidale ni nyaboke mwebi naende manyire buna St Jude lero igato gochengera lituko liensengima eli abasubati abo musubati omoke abo musubati bwe miaka yagati ebe pakumongi no mogotu lero ne lituko yoko banyora noko gokera nagane iria abasubati litukerio gochengeruria abasubati ensengima nabaganeirie omogoko no morembe naende tiga gukaransa nyumba soka na siringi 1000 ya obwate genda orore gento getari gutuka ange nabuo ogoro chokaranse para oni abasubati soe biasara Happy Women's International Day.
Hekaro ya Kenya na takwere no jaso bachori wonne bu mwako yuga nige mirobelio o serikali nyage ko beke mirobelio abene likona kimna bachori ugo sabapota ne bonse ngwere ne bero jaso bachori ugo se county nyamira lituko lihalero serikali gwetera go skubatera no mu county commissioner bwen seme yu Michael Lesman niganyara ka kore tababota ni amo aziba kwana ne mirobelio aho eriyo kwena kimna bachori ngujiboko kana asenjera yo bwasioku no bwene ase county yugo nigateruna abapota ne bonse mbatakiri kubotera ne likona kimna bachori ugo ngujiboko kore kana njira yo bwene anena se county nyamira hoigo nigaurure kurege tindi go chance onde bwenzi uri ukagirede wajurutubani obachori osemeroberi obachori ase county yo.
The preparedness of the general election, that's why we are here today. The preparedness of the general election. Electors are us, all of us, you and me. That's why we have told you. It's not only a government exercise. Hata huyu hapo na kamera hapa. Hata yeye anapaswa kuwa prepared. You see, mtu yakipika anapaswa kuwa prepared. Anapaswa kufuata norms and customs of the general election. Hapo na vijana, he has his boys. Some of them are rowdy. Some of them are drunkards. Such things. Those are the things which contribute to the environment of the general election to be unconducive for a voter to go and vote.
Bono ni go serikali nyareke go semi go sege to na banyare ba gonjero lichiko hanena abantu bari bagotaka kwerusha omoyo kolende karabaterusi baba moyo banyara ba kubwato na kwiro asika kambiro kolende korengana munyagitaliro just ni ganyarega kuboli buna lichiko nditakero korero obonjereri elio bari bagotaka kwerusha omoyo batale rusia go sekaro babwatiru banyara go kwiro asinya gitali ligo korero guiding and counseling erikwirira buna mbago chikwerusha omoyo ande asate bune kroba kweru asichera nandi ni gekwirira batware birengereri ebinge.
Nchege ntunara gotebi abanene baitu bakorosia amachiko na serikali ege tubwente go decriminalize suicide egere narira akonya abantu abange ba open up baigo kegere bachi gukwanira iguru ya suicide kegero omuntu akwa bachi gukomention nonyati indengere twirusyo bamoyo aba basigari barakirwe simi bamenyoke gocha bamubwate kwarorire bono baise egente kebuna kya kusometa muka kegaika aseneti yo kyo rusi suicide ase criminal abantu abange ngocha bakonya kabari na criminal teri ko banonye nesa serikali yo kugusaba sigari nonye ninkagari kira abantu banyorro omuntu atembutiri egente getanga ni biranya bakumubeka eyo etari buya next time omuntu bunoyu akorengera lingo sembanyo rete bakangita akori yasigete asayibisite kabisa asimonda atamonyore egera akure gento keri airusyo bamoyo kabisa asego omuntu oitamire kwerusyo bamoyo otogekanire tabwenti goitu tabwenti kweru police station abwenti kweru nyagitali arwarigu kegera always there is an underlying problem yagera omuntu oba suicidal usorengera kwerusyo bamoyo ige eshida nerero yagera omuntu oyo orangere kwerusya omoyo tigato bakonye tubere nyagitali egere bakonyeke tali guchaka kubaite biranya ati nalio raseli birecha biri muntu ndetacha gukora
amatemu ni gagendera bya sichikuru chito cyoboroso ase amatemu yara kana bya sichikuru korengana no mugwasiri gwisemi professor Chimago niganyareka watabona amatemu ayo nigagenda tokorekana bya asaika lituko lya kabiri tukurero ani go bya rigana tuko cyasiri tukuri gatatu litukuri amambi boigo niganyareka kuburi aba Kenya go tabeka siasa asa amatemu agenderete anene asobosaga ni wendete kwenekiwa ase county cha Palingo Laikipia West Pokot amo nechinde aliase obosaga ni bogendrete goni gateberuna nerebiya abana siasa kubeka siasa nsemo mbanyara bakorera abana bali bakora amatemu siasa na setebiruna serikali yoya bikire mirubiri yabene kone amatemu ayungu cyaro korekana ande ngwera ala senjira erendonge.
Our children are safe. They are going to places where they are sleeping. They are going to be provided with food to eat, and they will complete their exams tomorrow without prejudice. And shame on those local bandits, the so-called local bandits. Shame on them. The life of our children is not equal to the life of cattle. I think it's only somebody who has no brain that should think that a cattle, a cow, or a goat is more important than our children. I want to urge all stakeholders that are taking part in this exercise that from the perspective of the government that is in power today, this is the 6th examination and we must deliver.
Homeri beke merigie cha bono ni go bato go semeni maega yekiombe kirikenya tege korosi gweri kurigeria mechanda bare meba gweteru kwena na roboti rwabo go chesu mugwasiri bweboremi Peter Munya abu uri tukure goro na re kwa kwana ni katete buna ni go bacho kurigeria na kwena kibuna amaragwa na maragungu bwati wale iri kwena kibuna ekemerigie cha ngo konya kiro muremi uri nyarika go chandika asamatuko amange.
Setting up a factory you can have a PPP where you have a fertilizer factory funded probably from this fund, and maybe getting other investors who can then you can have a PPP where long term you can also set up that. So in a nutshell, the fund is intended to cushion the farmer, underwrite some of the expenses that make farming expensive, so that farmers can have income. But it is a fund, a long-term one, which will start setting up from allocation from Parliament, from a small levy from the trading, not from the farmer, because I know there are people who say it's farmers who will be paying. No, it is from the trading. The traders who will be paying something to put into the fund. Then we will build the fund over time, and we will put a very stringent regulations to make sure that the fund is not misused. It is we draw from it only when it is required and for specific purposes.
Ikiombe kikiago sindwa rero utwatete bato manyi banyora na ende way forward ngana kitojo konya abari myaba kabake ko era bakonyo chingoma cyo chamagori kubwa mona magori no mumanyite amagori na gumono amagori myaka 10 yaberege ko weta amagori na baga kugumono sana nesa uri amagori yabaga kugumono sana umo minister karone kitora katokonya abari mibaito na ndaka tebugwa no president ito torana kitora bito konya abari mibaito wetera utwara amagori ari stable yani amagori arororo tali amagori akogenda igoro nansi Murai wenze Uhuru Kenyatta ni gobona rurege kurege tindiko chiasa wana boda boda bonse singima anekra nyarika gote abuna terbiya abana boda boda gotoka babwata mamojo ani gagoja maega ye video kwenekiwa muna bana boda boda banyara ba komo assault go se komo hara omosubati oyo masense meri osasepara ya mada Wangai Road ni gobono murai wenza nyarika kurege kurege tindi na gote aba goseko chika buna lockdown kenyarake okoru sense meri ya Nairobi ne jinse au anena se boda boda boigo ni murai wenza nyarika gote abuna bari imba tamasiko majigwa anene mbara baranyara ba komojibuna ekararude lockdown yokigo sobo ya byobo niga bantu bana barate abuna murai wense niga aligeretie usatagete gusaria ebiasara ebikebike kolende niga tebuna arene serikali ya nigerengete koreta koreta obosabi go sanity asenseme sector ya mangana apoda boda nigo bona tebuna nirebe ya bana poda boda kubwati ali chiko riribekire wega sabudina chipoda poda chonzi go se pigi chonzi nya chigo twara chiresesi nya chiko bayira chesta di meyense yeto ya Kenya asatebuna bono nigo abantu bagukwiriruge tambugerege tindi buna bakonyorekana bakubuna lichiko nande buna barebi bago imeyense ya Kenya iniga ya kwanaya litukuria lero ekerekirana asumusankano bwogo chingera litukuria basubati ensengima ase skuru go se Kenya School of Government ime yakabede ase county ya Nairobi ino murai bwense nyaraga kuruge kure kigetindi mangana ino chukunyanyora kekora gense ya mabana marwa akyumara murai bwense nyariga kurege tindi anekara agotebekana e video anyara koranda nigo yarenge yobosoku gocha sensito ya Kenya Ekero boy gona twendete kwirega ni gocha sobo chiro bonne bu mwako yuga na barai wesoke gochikuriye birugo anikirigo kyubura yo bonene bwensi ya Kenya korora kana kebwate kuzikia meri mate na bango sikigo musa kebwato monguzo nigobono omospati Esther Wangai anareka wate abuna neri naisa ni gochikobo murayo gatana sense yeito ya Kenya nigaya kwanaya litugo liarero kirate tena naisa ine korengana no bomanya bwate neri natakirikwe uribaga kobo murayo gatano asense ya Kenya
A woman is a personality that feels what happens around any environment and therefore is able to take a strategic action. We have feelings as women. I'm able to feel those families in Wajir, in Madera, in Moyare that are sleeping hungry because they don't have food. I'm feeling it as a woman, and I'm asking myself, I wish these 6 months can be reduced to 1 month so that I take over the presidency as soon as possible to be able to ensure that these families are fed. So with my administration, I promise that the docket of special programs will be domiciled in the office of the president, so that I'm able to take very strategic initiatives towards human life. Because for me, human life is everything. Human life, human care, human protection is everything. And that is something that I'm going to ensure as the president, it is very well protected and taken care of.
Kumanya kirobo boda boda imeyense ya Kenya nere niga mochirie kuru Kenya ke okorekana sebara ya mwankari matai ya tebiruna nere niga uchikwena kibuna babwatera nabanya nyimbo eriko korobo yibutindi na bari bairete gukore kebekyo banyarire bakobe kubyara musaoyo osomotenerio yi bwana boda boda bono niga tebiruna ne wachikubotana ne serikali ilikwenda kibuna mwana boda boda ndeta yugo chikutwaro bosali imeyense ya Kenya.
An issue that was uncalled for. And we want to condemn and we want to urge the police to make sure that we are going to work with them to ensure that we get the culprits, the people who are involved in this heinous act, to be brought to book. We want them to serve as an example, because once you start harassing, because what occurred here is now gender-based violence, because you could see these young men pulling this lady's clothes and dressing her, which is so uncalled for.
Aso kolera nigo bono mokonyi bumurai bwensi Dr. William Ruto asetaro yaye agendere komojo kubwatana kumurai bwensi Uhuru Kenyatta amo numurai wekia magyo diamurera murodinga asatawirna kisababwatana niga magenda nyarika kuirana insebono niga tebiruna usiniga nyarika kuboli ababwatani baye kumosira na kwena kibuna obeiro murai ugatana sensito ya Kenya irikoreta amonjoreri aliakaneti koreta sensito ya Kenya korenganere niga monjoreri ya nyarika gochererwa ekero umurai bwensi babwatani de numurai wekia magyo ODM.
There was nothing. What happened? The handshake destroyed Jubilee, the ruling party. The handshake destroyed NASA, the opposition coalition. The handshake destroyed our Big Four plan. We couldn't implement it. The handshake destroyed government as we knew it. There was no government, there was no opposition. We ended up in a conundrum that nobody knew who was in the opposition. So, as we call for unity, is it the unity of the leaders or is it the unity of the people?
This is election season now for Kenya. It's heating up. I myself was in Kenya in December. At the time, I kept asking people, who are you going to vote for? Those on the street were all saying that Dr. William Ruto was their man. Many in the middle class and in business were less sure, wanting to understand the man better, to get a better sense of him and what his policies might be for private sector and for the prosperity of Kenya.
Hayuna na Ndizi Chinsa Ikomi kunde nyoro na ke koraga ense yamba yabon maragoba ochikonyora yo mona mange SMS etu ya mangana maye niongo kuboro nyare ko konda kurigiri mirobeli etanene nabakonda gutobwatia sensemeli ya Facebook kutonyora Ndizi TV News baga sensemeli ya YouTube na bakotonyora Ndizi TV News utari kweba uto tweet @Ndizi TV News ne kerengeri kyao ni utukere ndikirega kirensa gwetera se namba erase skini ya okuru SMS etu ya mangana maye niongo ganelia abasubati bonzi litsko lyabo ligia goseri makarete na women international women this day Amayia Nsengima niongo basabere na banyar bago tora botoereru nande banyar bago sherekea litukiri yabo buya na kulikora buya igotwara burgeri buya asensemeli yo murwe banyererio nigale kurukwa Joshua Auta nanje korandoge Brighton Makori tingo iwobe twara burgeri buya no morogo bomuya.